Now this question says solve x squared minus 7x plus 10 equal to 0. Now this other one says solve x squared minus 3x minus 10 equal to 0. And this one says solve 5x squared plus 8x minus 6 equal to 0 and give each solution correct to 2 decimal places. Now this brings us to a topic I called solving quadratic equations. Okay? Now quadratic equations are equations in the first place that have the highest degree of x as 2, equations that have highest degree of x or y or of the unknown as 2. It has highest degree of the unknown as 2, okay, and is always equal to something, to a value. It's either is equal to 0 or is equal to something else or is equal to, it just depends. Now the first one we're given, we were told to solve x squared minus 7x plus 10 equal to 0. Okay, for quadratic functions, now when you want to solve this kind of thing, you multiply the coefficient of x squared by this one. That's 1 now times 10 is 10. Okay, now you find out two factors of 10 that when you add them they'll give you minus 7, but when you multiply them they'll give you 10. Okay, now factors of 10 already that you can call that prime numbers are 2 and 5. So how will you add 2 and 5 and get 7 now? By adding minus 2 and minus 5. Okay, so that's why we're going to have x squared minus 2x minus 5x plus 10 equal to 0. Now what's common in two of them is x. X into x squared divided by x is x, minus 2x divided by x is 2. Okay, then minus 5 into 5x divided by 5, or minus 5x divided by minus 5 is x, then plus 10 divided by minus 5 is minus 2, so equal to 0. Okay, so you're going to have that x minus 5 into x minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, that means x minus 5 is equal to 0 and x minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, if x minus 5 is equal to 0, therefore x will be equal to 5. Okay, this 5 going over to this place. Then if x minus 2 is equal to 0, that means x will be equal to minus 2 going over to this side is going to be 2. So the values of x are 2 and 5. Okay, now we're given again that x squared minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. Okay, now this kind of thing again, what the coefficient of x squared is 1. So 1 times 10, 1 times minus 10 is minus 10. Okay, now we're going to look for two factors of minus 10. Okay, that when you add them they will give you minus 3, but when you multiply them they'll give you minus 10. Okay, you still have 2 and 5. Okay, but in 2 and 5 now you need to find out the one that will have negative. You know, when you have negative, when you multiply them it will be positive, but this is negative 10 we're looking for. Okay, now we look for the one we're going to add negative to get minus 3. So how would you arrange 2 and 5 now so that when you add them you get minus 3? And that will be by adding minus to the 5, because minus 5 plus 2 is minus 3. Now doing that here, you have x squared plus 2 minus 5x minus 10 equal to 0. Okay, plus 2x rather, please. Now what's common in x squared and 2x is x, so x into x plus 2. Then what's common in minus 5x and minus 10, that's minus 5. You have minus 5 into minus 5x divided by minus 5, that's x, minus 10 divided by minus 5 is plus 2. Okay, because minus minus is plus, so equal to 0. So you have that x minus 5 into x plus 2 is equal to 0. So it's either you have x minus 5 equal to 0 or x plus 2 equal to 0. Okay, so if x minus 5 is equal to 0, x will be equal to minus 5 going over will be 5, or x equal to minus plus 2 going over will be minus 2. So this is basically how you solve quadratic equations. Now there's also another type of quadratic equation of perfect squares where you have x squared minus 25 equal to 0. Okay, it's either you do this two ways. It's either you break this down through completing the square method. What are two numbers that when you multiply you get 25? Two perfect numbers. Or what's the square root of 25? That's 5. So you have plus 5 and minus 5, because when you multiply plus 5 and minus 5 you have minus 25. Okay, so you're going to have x plus 5 into x minus 5 equal to 0. So you have x plus 5 equal to 0, or x minus 5 equal to 0. So you have x equal to minus 5 or x equal to 5. Okay, now this is basically how you solve completing the square, or how you solve quadratic equations. Now when you're given a quadratic equation like this, 5x squared plus 8x minus 6 equal to 0, okay, and you're told to give each solution correct to two decimal places, you already know that you can't solve it from this method and be able to get decimal points. Okay, that's from the factorization method. Now the next way now you could be able to solve this is by using a formula that we call the almighty formula. Okay, now that formula states that for your value of x, x is given by minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now what is all this a, b and c I'm talking about? The first one is the a, the second one is the b, and the third one is the c. Okay, that means your a is 5, your b is 8, and then your c is minus 6. Always remember your signs. Your c is minus 6. Okay, now using this we're going to find our x to be, b is already 8, so minus 8 plus or minus root of b squared is 8 squared minus 4 into a is 5 and c is minus 6. Okay, all over 2a is 5. Okay, so your x is going to be minus 8 plus or minus root of, and this is where our calculator will come in handy. Okay, let's multiply this out first. Minus 4 times 5 is minus 20. Minus 20 times minus 6 is plus 120. Okay, that's plus 120. So you have 64 plus 120, that's 184. Okay, all over 2 times 5 is 10. Sorry about this. Now your x is going to be minus 8 plus or minus root of 184 all over 10. Now root of 184 is going to give us, so your x will either be minus 8 plus 13.5647 over 10, or now we're breaking down this plus or minus. Okay, you have minus 8 minus 13.5647 over 10. So your x will either be, let's calculate this, minus 8 divided by 10. So x will either be 0.5 0.565 or root of 184 or the answer will either be minus 2.156 something something, and we're asked to change correct to two decimal places, so this one will be 1 2 0.56, or this one is 1 2 or 2.16 or 2 or negative 2.16 rather. So the values of x are negative 0.56 or positive 0.56 or negative 2.16. Okay, now basically about this one, how do you know it? When you've seen that maybe they've given you a hint and told you correct to two decimal places, you know that is almighty formula you're going to use. Now when you try, and if peradventure we tried factorizing this, where is the main equation? Now 6 times 5 is 30. What are the two factors of 30 that when you multiply they will give you 30? Or this is minus 30, please. When you multiply they give you minus 30, and then when you add they will give you 8. Now when your final factors of 30, 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, 4 will not go, 5 and 6, you find out that you won't be able to really pick out any factor that when you use it will be able to give you correct answers to date. So most times they won't just give you this and ask you factorize and give me the answer. They will just tell you exactly correct to two decimal places or correct to one decimal place, and that will just give you an idea that you're going to use almighty formula. And the almighty formula is simply very easy to memorize, but I'd advise if you could practice with good practice, you'll be able to know it very well. Write it down about a number of times and then you'll be able to master it. It's minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, now that's it for solving quadratic equations.